Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here today. As always, I have a general reading for you, and as always with the general reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody, and that is okay. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. It is a timeless message and can represent past, present or future depending where you're at on your healing journey. Spirit will always guide you to a message that you need to hear, okay? For the easy channeling, I'm going to use the pronouns he, she, but if they don't fit for you, that's absolutely fine. Just swap them out for ones that do, alright? Okay, so I'm hearing that somebody wants to end their beef with you, okay? I don't feel like you have beef with this person or this group of people, but they have beef with you. For some of you, I feel like this is somebody that you're not aware of that has beef with you. But they want to end their beef with you because they're being handed their asses on a platter or a plate. They're receiving public humiliation for the lies that they told about you. So they could have tried to publicly humiliate you, and it's backfiring them, coming back around on them, and they're now being publicly humiliated. Okay? They gloated behind your back about what they were doing to you and what they were saying about you. I'm hearing smear campaign. Unaware that spirit were watching them the whole time. And they were given multiple opportunities to stop their smear campaign and put things right, and they've chosen not to. So this person wants to come back in because they're hoping, because they want to right the wrongs now, but spirit is saying, nah, you've been given enough, because they want to stop this karma, they can't handle it. And spirit is saying, nah, you were given enough opportunities, enough's enough, time's up. Okay, we have whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. These people, you are somebody who's very, very unique. Okay, you're not for everybody. You are highly misunderstood. There's only certain people that truly get who you are, okay? You don't live your life to please others. You don't live your life doing the typical stuff. You're kind of a free spirit, and these people made fun of you for that, for the way you live your life, the freedom that you have, the way that you don't sing off their hymn sheet. You can't be controlled. You don't sing off their hymn sheet. They didn't like this, okay? This is why they made fun of you. They made fun of the way you dressed. They made fun of the way you look, the way you live your life, so your lifestyle. And I am seeing like a group of people just sitting around, gossiping and laughing at you behind your back. It may be as well that you're like a healer or very spiritual in nature, and they made fun of your spirituality and your beliefs, and they were I'm seeing people laughing and joking. Well, they're not laughing and joking now, okay? Something's happened. I'm hearing near death, okay? This person may have had a near death experience, or they're having some sort of health issue, because what I'm hearing is that you were going through something, possibly like you may have had a health issue, or for some of you it's a health issue. For others of you, there was a loss, bereavement in some form or another. And okay, it doesn't have to be another person, as in that this person passed over. For some of you it is, but for some of you, like, it could have been the loss of a job. It could have been the loss of a relationship. Maybe you were in a relationship, and it was quite a big relationship for you, but these people were making fun of you for it behind your back. Something was misinterpreted, your silence. You are somebody that when you're going through something, you kind of disconnect from people, and it's not personal, it's just because you don't want to be a burden to others. But somebody misinterpreted this, and whilst you're off healing and going through something really, really difficult, for some of you, I feel like this is to do with a child. Okay? Take that as it resonates, okay? Because I'm getting different messages around a child. For some of you, this could have been like, this could be where the health issue comes in. It could have been a miscarriage, okay? For others of you, it was the literal loss of a child. And what I mean by that is, and I don't mean to belittle miscarriage in any way, shape or form, but what I mean by the loss of a child is that this child was born and then passed over, or they may have been born sleeping, okay? Or you may have had a child that had a near-death experience, okay? My point is, whatever it is that you were going through, this person or this group of people were not there for you. They were not there for you, and instead, whilst you're going through all of this, because they felt rejected by you because you went quiet, and it may be that you reached out to them for help and support, and you did tell them what was going on, but they didn't step up and support you. They still expected you to, like, you know, go out of your way to go up and meet with them or whatever. They expected you to chase them, but because you weren't chasing them, because you were off healing, they misinterpreted that as rejection. They made it about them, okay? They made whatever you were going through, and I do feel that this is really heartbreaking, and like, but they made fun of it. They made fun of whatever you were going through, whatever difficulty, and this may not just been difficulties in general. When you were going through something difficult, they were making fun of you behind your back and laughing about you behind your back instead of stepping up and supporting you. They're now regretting that because they're going through something and they're realizing how loyal you were, and they like realizing like you were always there for them when they were going through something difficult, and they're going through something really difficult now as part of their karma, this karma, and you're not there to get them through it because you woke up to what that was going on and you stepped away. And they're now realizing that part of the reason you stepped away was because they were making fun of you, because you knew what they were doing behind your back. They misinterpreted, they made it about them, and they made it about you rejecting them to justify their actions towards you. And they're still making it about them, because this to me feels more like the energy of they need you. So they're not necessarily sorry, because I'm not seeing an apology here, or regret and sadness over what they actually did to you because it hurt you, it betrayed you. It's more a case of they're regretting it, they're feeling sorry for themselves because now they've got to go through it. But this person's realizing that you walked away from them partly because they were not there for you, they did not step up for you, and they are regretting that, because if they'd been there for you, right, so it's basically like, oh, if I'd known I was going to have to go through this because I didn't do that, then I'd have done that. So their intention behind it wouldn't have been pure anyway, and they'd still have had to face karma. It's purely to save themselves. And Spirit are saying, no, not this time. Like, I feel like with this whale song and this frequency of sound, it says share your song, and I'm like hearing like you told them what was going on with you. Spirit told them. They were given warnings, multiple warnings, multiple opportunities to step up for you, and they chose not to. So when you realised that this person wasn't for you, you changed that focus and you started putting that energy towards people that were there for you. And they're not laughing anymore. Whatever they were laughing about to do with you, they're not laughing anymore. Yeah, the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Absolutely. With all this pink, I'm seeing self-love. You realise you made peace with the fact that you're not for everybody, and you're not going to fit in with everyone, and like people are going to misunderstand you, and realising that, do you know what, that's okay. As long as you know who you are and you understand you, it doesn't matter whether people misunderstand you or not. That's a them problem. Okay, as long as you're not going out of your way to cause issues for others and cause chaos and conflict for others, then it really doesn't matter what other people have got to say about you. Let them get on with it, because you just know that at the end of the day, you know who you are, you know your truth, and eventually your actions will speak volumes. So whatever people are saying behind your back that's not true about you, people will realise, because they'll see you. Yeah, absolutely. This person's smear campaign came to nothing in the end. It's just perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. That's exactly that. You're realising that it doesn't matter if you're misunderstood, because those that are meant for you will understand you. Those that you're meant to have in your life will get you. They'll understand you. But this person's smear campaign came to nothing. Like, it started off like, I want to say strong, but as time's gone on and you've continued to stay true to who you are and not justify to others, so like if there's rumours going around about you, gossip and lies, you're not justifying them. You're letting people believe what they want to believe, because because these rumours are doing you a favour, because they're highlighting, illuminating the people that are not for you, the people that do not have your back, the people that are against you, and it's making it easier to release people, places and things and situations that are no longer for you. Because if someone's going to believe lies about you instead of finding out the truth from others, then they were never for you. They were against you the whole time. You changed your perspective. Whatever was going on with this situation, this person, you changed your perspective of this person. And when you did that, it's like you shifted timelines. I'm seeing a shift in timelines. You jumped to the next timeline, and as a result of that, this person or this group of people, once you stepped away and you realised what was happening from a higher perspective, and what this was showing you, and what the lesson was for you, this shifted very, very quickly, and you shifted to a higher timeline. But this person's also having a different perspective of you, because you're now doing really, really well for yourself, and you're out here on your own, happy and content. This is bothering this person. It's bothering this person because and this is why they're being publicly humiliated, because people are seeing that you're happy and content without this person, and you're not going around, gossiping and spreading lies about them or talking about them. Like, it's almost like this person doesn't exist to you, but this person is continuing to gossip and spread stories about you, even though they don't have this contact with you. So people are starting to question, well, where is this coming from? Because nobody's having contact with them. So how do you know this about them? If you're not speaking to them, how do you know? How do you know that's going on? What's going on with them? But other people are seeing you happy and content without this person and thriving without them. So this person's narrative, this person's smear campaign is literally crumbling, and they're looking like a right fool. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Absolutely. You are illuminating this person's lies, their slander, their smear campaign against you, just by being and staying true to who you are. And I don't know if the camera's picked that up, but my phone just vibrated. Sorry, that is confirmation. You are staying grounded. You are staying in alignment, staying true to who you are. and it's illuminating their lies. You're not even going out of your way to prove this person wrong, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think of you, because people are entitled to their own opinions. And whether you're the hero or the villain in somebody's story, it doesn't matter. You're serving a purpose. You're serving a purpose. If these people want to believe that you're a certain way, that's on them. They're the ones who are going to look like an idiot when the truth comes out and people realise that it was a lie, and that this person was lying about you the whole time. You're getting public recognition for something that you've done. Something to do with, I'm seeing this light come out. Oh, and the card's like glowing. It's like casting a glow. You're getting like public recognition for something that you've achieved. Something that you've worked hard on, and it could be the work that you've done on yourself and the healing that you've done on yourself. It could be something that you've literally worked on and put out into the physical. Let's see. Let's get some clarification, please, Spirit. Okay. Somebody is recognizing your ability. Okay. Somebody who thought you were, perceived you as being weak, naive, and kind of like throwing your toys out of your pram, is recognizing your ability to stand strong in your boundaries, and they're realizing your self-worth. This, because you're realizing your self-worth, someone else is like waking up to that self-worth. So in the past, you were presented to them as being weak, naive, codependent on others, needy, clingy, you know, and somebody's recognizing you as not being that way. Somebody's seeing your true strength, who you are. Somebody is seeing you through fresh eyes, new eyes. Somebody's judgment on you was clouded by what they were hearing about you. They couldn't see the truth. That fog is being lifted. Something you said, something you've done, but this feels to me something to do with your glow up. Somebody may have been saying that you're not a hard worker, that you don't want to work, that you're quite happy to, you're lazy and you just sit around at home doing nothing, and somebody's realizing that that's not the case. Somebody's realizing you are who you said you are, and that somebody else was impersonating you. And everything that they were saying about you was actually them telling people who they were. Okay, so let's get some clarification, please, Spirit. The Hanged Man, yeah. Somebody's having a different... Somebody who misunderstood you because they lacked information about you. So this could be somebody that you didn't know or doesn't know you, or somebody you know very little, like you don't know them very well. Somebody misunderstood something that you said or you did. It was misinterpreted. Somebody twisted something. It was twisted so that somebody viewed you, I want to say with false eyes. I'm hearing smoke and mirrors. Okay, smoke and mirrors. Somebody was manipulated. Something you said or did was manipulated so that others wouldn't see the truth. So that others wouldn't. This was because somebody was worried about somebody preferring you over them. Somebody didn't want other people to think more highly. This is to do with like a hierarchy or a position within either a family setting or a workplace. So something to do with like a promotion. Something to do with a promotion. But whoever this was that was manipulated or fed false lies and false information about you is now seeing the truth of who you are and understanding your purpose and what you bring to the table. Yeah. You changed your perspective about this person or this situation, this what was going on. You changed direction, basically. You were giving your time and your energy to this person, and you were effectively focusing on a person that was not for you. Somebody who like was saying that they supported you, being nice to your face, was like for you in your face, but behind your back was laughing about you and spreading misinformation. You put a stop to it. You put a stop to it in that you were like, okay, you want to carry on? You want to carry on spreading your lies and slandering my name, trying to destroy my reputation? That's absolutely fine. You go ahead, carry on. But you're not going to do it. I'm not going to stick around and continue to pour into this relationship whilst you do that. This person thought that they could have you in their life whilst they continued to do these things behind your back. They were playing in your face, but what they didn't realise is that you knew they were playing in your face, and you were giving them opportunity after opportunity to own up to the fact that they were playing in your face. And it got to a point where you were like, there was something that they weren't there for you for, something big, and it could have been like a health issue or some sort of illness with someone or some sort of bereavement, some grief. It could, like I've said, I'm sure I said at the beginning of the reading, it could have been a loss of a relationship. That it was something big, loss of a job or something, that this person, they weren't there for you, and instead of like helping you and offering their support and like, what can I do to take some of this burden off of you, they were running a smear campaign behind your back and gathering others, forming an army to go against you. And I've just heard, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. And weapons doesn't have to be physical weapons. It's also tongues. Okay? Your tongue can be used as a weapon. This person thought that that was balancing the scales, that they could be nice to you and then horrible behind your back. Nice to your face and horrible behind your back. That's balancing the scales, right? No. That's what they thought, and they're realising that now that is not the case. But somebody's gone through something, or they're going through what they put you through, and they just can't handle it. Yeah, that's not confirmation. This person thought that being nice to your face and then laughing about you behind your back was balance. And they thought that they could continue to have you around whilst they did this to you, because they didn't because they didn't think they'd get caught out. They were gloating that you were around, and then and when you weren't around, they were laughing behind your back that you didn't know that what they were doing. that they were gloating, that they were playing in your face and laughing at you behind your back, and that they thought that they were getting away with it. But they're realizing that you knew the whole time. On the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. You knew the whole time. You knew they were playing in your face. You just were giving them an opportunity to do the right thing, and they chose not to. They chose not to. Spirit were trying to give them the opportunity to do the right thing, and they chose not to. They chose not to listen. But somebody who was manipulated to go against you, who was manipulated into seeing you in a way that you weren't, is now seeing the truth and has information on what this person did to you behind your back. And I feel like they've told this person that they need to come and speak to you, and they need to make things right with you. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Somebody was doing black magic on you. Somebody was trying to steal your magic. And by that I mean your life force, your connection with spirit, everything that you have within you, this person was trying to siphon. And they may have been doing it through black magic. And everything, I've just heard return to sender. Everything that they put out is coming back on them tenfold. Okay? They may have had some sort of health issue. It doesn't have to be black magic. It's not going to be black magic for everybody. For some of you, it's just a psychic attack. And when you talk negatively about someone, especially if you're in a group of people and you're all doing it, you're sending that person negative energy. Whoever you're talking about negatively, you're sending them negative energy, okay? That's what we call a psychic attack. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. You're protected from this person's any magic or anything that they're trying to do to send your way. You're protected from it, and that's what they're realizing, that they've done something to you. Oh, they're confused. They're confused. Because in the past, they've been able to do some sort of magic or some sort of spell work on you. And they got away with it. But now they're doing it and it's backfiring. Okay. There's a situation where somebody spoke up to a person or a group of people and said that they thought that somebody was doing black magic on them, and the person that was actually doing the black magic was doing the black magic, but they made fun of. So you may have told somebody, so let me make this clearer, hopefully. You told someone, this is not going to be for everybody, but you may have told somebody that somebody you were connected with was doing black magic on you. This person or this group of people went back to the person that you said you thought might be doing black magic on you, and the person laughed it off as a joke. They laughed about it behind your back, because this person laughed because they thought they were going to get away with it, because somebody said that you were absolutely crazy. There's no way that you would do that. That they wouldn't do black magic on you. That's not the case. So somebody told a group of people that you were crazy and there's no way that they were doing black magic on you. Okay, they may not have been doing it directly. For some of them they were, for others they paid someone to do it on you. And they laughed about it because they were getting away with it, because it was affecting you. But you, to a degree, but now whatever they're sending towards you is bouncing straight back, and they're confused as to why it's now no longer working. They're realizing just how protected you are by spirit, because it's no longer working, and someone around them is noticing something to do with this. So you may get someone come towards you that you told. So if you told somebody that someone was doing black magic on you, or voodoo, or something negative, sending negative energy towards you, and they thought you were crazy, they're going to come and apologize to you because they're realizing it was true. And they're finding out that it was true because it's backfiring on the person that's sending it. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. High Priestess, harness mystic power. This person may think that you're doing something on them because it's coming back on them. But you're not. You're literally just leveling up. And as a result of leveling up and upping your protection, when you level up, your spiritual protection kind of up levels as well, because your spirit team upgrade. So they become more powerful. The more powerful you become, the more you step into your power, the more your spirit team is able to step into their power. And if someone is sending black magic your way, or something negative your way, and it's affecting you, it's because you're allowing it in on some level, okay? But by disconnecting with this person or this group, you were able to put a stop to this magic, okay? And now it's when somebody feels like something's not going their way with you, or they can't control you, they were sending something negative your way to control you. They were sending some sort of black magic. They were using magic negatively to control you. They can no longer do that, and they're confused because it's now coming back on them. So everything that they put out is coming back on them. On the bottom of the deck we have Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Yeah, because you've healed whatever it is within you that was keeping you tied and bound to this person. This person may have actually done some sort of binding spell. You've broken that, and they can no longer siphon your energy or control you using magic, mind manipulation, gaslighting, anything like that. You are highly protected, and it's just going back to them, and they're confused. But somebody around them who you told what was happening with regards to this black magic is now seeing that this person was doing the magic on you, and it was because they may have said, oh, it wasn't me doing it on them, it's you doing it. They may have said it was you doing it to them, and they're now realizing that that's not the case, and that actually you were exposing someone. Because I'm hearing something about, well, if someone says, so something you said about if you say someone's doing something, then they've twisted it to say you're doing it. So you may have said that somebody was doing black magic on you, and it's been twisted around, and people have gone, oh, you must be the one doing black magic because you said this person was doing black magic. They've misinterpreted what you were saying. You were exposing this person. You weren't doing any of this. You were exposing it. But because you were the one exposing it, they assumed that you were the one doing it. And this person was laughing and gloating because they were getting away with it, because you were the one saying that they were doing it. Because of what you said, because you were the one exposing it, they were able to say, and there's something you put out about if somebody is saying or doing something, then it's a projection. It's been misinterpreted on purpose, and it's allowed this person to get away with continuing to do this black magic on you, or send you this negative energy, or get out. They managed to weasel their way out of it, but they can't anymore, because somebody's realizing that you were exposing someone, not actually doing it yourself. We have leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. So your spirit team is like, has got your back with regards to any spell work that was done to you. Okay, you've broken you've broken free from that. Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for blessings on life. Yeah, if somebody was doing what you've done, is because somebody was doing something to you, sending you something negative, you were allowing it in on some level. So you went within to look at what it was showing up for you, and you transmuted it into healing. So you were able to break the chains of whatever curse or hex or binding spell this was. On the bottom of the deck we have, not on the bottom of the deck, what? I will check the bottom of the deck. Open your heart, Archangel Chamuel. Thank you, Chamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. Somebody put some sort of something around your heart. Okay, somebody may have, this could even be in the form of like some sort of emotional manipulation. Somebody knew what to say to you to get you to do what they wanted, to get what they wanted from you. Okay, you've broken free from that. You're not allowing this person to continue to have that you don't have that emotional tie to this person anymore. It doesn't mean that you know what you've done is you've not shut your heart chakra off. You've continued to be the loving, kind person that you are, but you're not giving it to this person. You've gone cold where this person is concerned, or this group of people, and you're putting that energy into the people that care about you, into yourself, and into the people that are reciprocating and open to receiving what you have to offer. And on the bottom of the deck we have manifesting miracles. Archangel Orion, thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. Yeah, as a result of cutting this person or this group out and releasing, ending this cycle, breaking these spells, breaking these curses, there was some sort of empath narcissistic wound within you that you've now healed and broken free from. So the people aren't going to be able to emotionally manipulate you in the same way that they were. And that's what this person is like. When that person can't do that, they resort to magic. But that's not for everyone, okay? That's only for those that resonate for that. But as a result of releasing all of this, you've now opened up to abundance, and something great is coming in for you. Okay. Let's close it out here. I'm going to close out with some... Did I say earlier about releasing limiting beliefs within yourself? On the bottom of the deck, I've accidentally picked up one of the other cards, and it says clear limiting beliefs. So I feel for some of you, this is definitely with regards to clearing limiting beliefs within yourself, okay? But whatever this, but it may have been that a person or a group came against you to show you where you were still holding those limiting beliefs within yourself, and you're actually just grateful to them you're grateful for this experience, because it showed you where you still needed to heal, and now you've healed to another level, and they can no longer pull on the heartstrings. They can no longer emotionally manipulate you because you see straight through it. You don't feel like you owe them anything because you don't. They may feel that you owe them your healing, and you don't. You can be grateful to someone, but that doesn't mean that you owe them anything, and they still behaved how they behaved. They still acted how they acted. And they didn't have to. They could have still taught you the lessons that you needed to learn, but they could have done it a different way. They just chose not to. But yeah, let's send out on some affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements about how you want to be, or how you want your life to be. They can help to override intrusive thoughts of self-doubt, self-worth, lack of self-doubt, lack of self-worth, and all that stuff. When used regularly, okay. And for every negative that you give yourself, you have to you need to give yourself at least three positives to override that negative, okay. And negative thinking is an addiction. It releases the same chemical in the brain as smoking does, as drinking, that creates that addiction. So if you find it difficult to override any intrusive thoughts yourself, then look up some affirmations and just tell yourself those 3 affirmations, okay? And it takes about 30 days to override and to be able to cycle through that addiction, okay? So if you're like relapsing, so if you're trying to release an addiction, you're trying to get over an addiction, and you're, probably the first week is going to go great, you're going to be really positive, really motivated, then possibly, depending on your mindset, the 2nd and 3rd weeks are going to be really difficult, and into that 4th week. So especially if this is with regard to limiting self-beliefs about who you are, and things like that, affirmations can really, really help. And it can feel really awkward at first to sort of tell yourself those things because you're so used to telling yourself negative things. But they don't necessarily work on their own. So you may need to incorporate something else as well. So a lot of people will say that affirmations don't work for them. And that's for multiple reasons. One, they haven't given it enough time, because like I say, an addiction takes at least 30 days to start clearing out of your system. And addiction is also to do with the amygdala gland within the brain, okay? So I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, but there's like trauma in that is why some people have addictions. So you need to do some healing around that as well if you're trying to overcome some sort of addiction. Like if you're consistent for like 30 days, you'll start to find it's easier. Okay. I don't know who that's for, but I hope it was helpful. Okay, so let's get 3 affirmations, please, to close out this reading. I choose to learn through love. Yeah, absolutely. You chose to learn through love. These people, this person or this group, weren't choosing to learn through love, and they're still not. So keep doing you. Be discerning with who you are surrounding yourself with. But also be discerning with regards to what you're telling yourself, okay? Because it may not be your energy. It may be somebody else's intrusive thoughts coming through, okay? The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Absolutely. Focus on don't ignore the negative, be aware of it, okay? Acknowledge it, but don't feed into it. You have to kind of, it's not always easy to explain, but you have to be aware of it and be grateful and thank it for bringing it to your awareness that there's something there that needs attention, and then look at where that is coming from and choose to be more positive, choose to say, okay, that's coming up, but I'm not going to let it ruin my day, and do something that makes you feel good, okay? Don't worry about how silly you may feel doing it. Do it anyway. Life's too short. Life's too short to be anything but happy. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Well, there you go. Confirmation. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Have faith and trust in the universe that whatever you're going through, whatever this situation is or was for you, that spirit is working for you behind the scenes, and it's a lesson or a blessing for you depending on how you want to view it. Okay? I honour how I want to feel. More confirmation. Choose how your feelings. You are a co-creator. You co-create. Take responsibility. What was the word? Was it on here? Nope. There's a word. There was a make your life a moving prayer. Focus on what it is rather than what you don't want. Okay. But release the outcome. And I do feel that for the majority of you, that is what you've been doing, and that is why. So I feel now like I'm tapping into two different energies. Somebody's like cycled through this. For others, you're cycling through it, okay? And this is there's a need to stay consistent with regards to focusing on your visions and what you want for your future, okay? Because in every present moment, you are manifesting the future. So if you're worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, you're attracting that to you. You're attracting that outcome. If you acknowledge your worries and your concerns and your fears, but say, yep, that's a possibility, but this is what I want to happen, this is what I want for the future, and then follow your intuition and your guidance with regards to where you're being pulled to help those things manifest, okay? And they may not make sense to you at the time, but everything is a stepping stone to where you want to be in life. But you also need to be open and release the outcome that, say you want a new car, and you'd really like a red one, but spirit might offer you a new car. It might not be in the model or the age group that you want, but it might not even be in the color that you want, but it might, and at the time you might go, oh, it's not what I wanted. I wanted this red one. You're then holding on to an outcome instead of taking what is offered to you, and it may turn out. So you have to be discerning with regards to this. If it doesn't feel good, then obviously trust your intuition. But if spirit are offering you a silver 4x4, it may be that you go for that and go, okay, it's not really what I wanted, but it's a new car, and it's better than nothing. And then you might get that new car, and then everything will suddenly fall into place as to why you had to have that car. It may turn out that it's better than you expected. Okay, it may be that it's the perfect car for you, and the red car that you wanted wasn't right for you. Spirit will always, so that's what I'm saying, release the outcome, okay? By all means, tell the universe what it is that you desire, but release the outcome, okay? And be really specific as well. Be really specific, but again, release the outcome and go, okay, this is what I'd really like, but if it's not, there may be something better for me, and I'm open to that too. This is what I'd like, but I'm open to receiving it in a different way. Don't know who that is for, but if you're trying to manifest something, I hope that helps you. It may help you understand why whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is not manifesting for you, okay? So take it as it resonates. I'm going to leave it there. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Namaste.